to another fantastic episode of the Team Lead Talks podcast. I'm your host out of Alexandria, Virginia, Andrew Becker. On today's episode, I'm my friend Jen Way from Sales the Jen Way. Welcome, Jen.
Thanks for having me. I so appreciate you bringing me on today.
Yeah, I love it. So let me read something about you from your site. What you do, Jen, is you help investors close more deals by mastering real sales conversations. And you are very anti-script. Is that a good way to describe your approach here, Jen? Or maybe I should let you tell us.
Little rough anti-script.
Okay.
I have just been doing this way too long to not understand that when people can just structure the call and understand how to flow through it, that the script is what's holding them back.
Okay. Too rigid
Exactly. So I prefer to do this the hard way. I prefer to teach people how to actually structure conversations, how to lead the calls, not be salesy, right? And how to accomplish the goals that they want at the exact same time, building the rapport, making sure people understand that you're listening. And the result is about a triple profit in general when you truly understand how to just communicate with people.
Very cool. So Jen, I know we only have my episodes are very short, so like 10, 15 minutes here, but give us the 101 high level mini course, if you will. So anyone listening right now that might be struggling with their script, their calling scripts, can get a little, golden nugget here.
Well, I'll tell you right now that one of the biggest things that all real estate investors need to overcome right now is that it doesn't matter what you say on the call with a lead. You can't lose that deal. You didn't have it yet, guys.
Yeah.
You can't lose things you don't have. So you need to be bolder. You need to ask harder questions. You need to lead people, not just people please them, okay? They're calling you, they're talking to you because you're the real estate professional who has a solution maybe.
Yeah.
Talk to them. Stop being a bully and thinking that you're going to just negotiate people into the right price, and actually listen to them when they start talking about why they need to sell.
Mm-hmm.
The worst thing that's going to happen is that you're not going to have a deal you didn't have before the call started.
Very true. Yeah.
Go be bolder. That's the big tip, right? Can't lose something you don't actually have.
Okay. So it's a different mental approach to start with, which I really like. So now I know I didn't have it to begin with. It's not mine to lose because I don't have it to lose just yet. So that's step one. Walk us through, the next step here.
Well, first of all, I'm going to tell everybody, don't start with price. There's not a single seller out here that is going to be so excited about your price that that's why they say yes. It's not going to happen, all right? We need to start these conversations with asking really broad, open-ended questions. Tell me what's going on here. Why are you even considering selling? Get the why. Get it. This is the reason they're going to say yes to you guys, okay?
Yeah.
And when you lead the conversation on the information that's actually important to this transaction, instant rapport, because now they trust you, right?
So you're saying, Jen, if you just listen to people and you actually discover the true reason before going into price, before kind of thinking, okay, if I get this price, I'm going to make this amount of money, that people like that? That's what you're telling us?
Oh, yeah. It's actually pretty surprising to a lot of people,
Yeah,
right?
I can imagine, yeah.
Because you don't sound like the rest. And that's the other thing. Everybody's always asking me, Jen, how do I set myself apart? Well, guys, how about just act really human?
Shocker. Yeah, so I'm going to go on a really quick aside. I could probably guess you are very against this AI voice bot, new shiny object stuff that's going out there. Like, don't ever talk to anyone. Just get appointments set directly to your calendar. Marry the AI voice appointment setter. You probably are not for that. Is that a correct assumption here, Jen?
It's not.
Okay.
I've always said there's two ways to do sales: quantity or quality, right? It's that volume game. These are the people who have been hammering the phones, cold calling, mass text. Okay.
Yep.
You're going to get beat by them. Always been the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I'm not against it. I just understand that there's two ways to do sales.
Yeah, very good point. I never actually thought of it that way. Not bad.
That's the other option.
Yeah.
I know from experience because I used to be that girl. All salespeople started learning the same pushy techniques from the beginning, right? We all started there.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that when you connect with people, that you're gonna convert more of your leads into actual deals. But more importantly, at the end of your calls, people are not thinking about the price you said.
Mm-hmm.
They're thinking about whether or not Jen can help them.
Right.
So they're deciding yes or no, not can I get a better price?
Yeah. So tell us, you ask open-ended questions. What's another tactical level action item that someone listening right now can pick up on to help improve their sales conversations, Jen?
The next phase of the call is really about front loading the objections.
Okay.
Okay. So you've got, I'm going to do this fast because I know this is short, but
Yeah. Go ahead.
every real estate investor is facing at least these 4 objections: time, money, decision makers, right fit. Okay. All of us. Timeline already built in. How fast do they want to move? You ask it up front. That way they don't say at the end, now's not the right time.
Yeah.
Decision makers, you ask if there are other people involved instead of hearing, well, I need to talk to my wife. Right fit, that's the why conversation, really. When you start really digging into the why, you're going to know whether or not you're the right fit. And then we leave money for the end. So we front load the timeline, decision makers, and right fit so that those can't be the reasons that they put us off at the end of the call.
Jen, out of curiosity, because I've seen a lot of different scripts on how to approach different topics of the conversation, why do you put pricing or the monetary amount last? Is there a strategic reason for that?
Yeah, because if you can actually help someone, the price will not actually matter. When you're going to set yourself apart by being the person who understands the probate process and being able to actually hold someone's hand and make sure this is easy and goes way faster than it would have by themselves, you're way more than a check. Right?
Yeah.
I want everybody to go out there and be telling these potential sellers that they are so much more than just a check. They are a pile of value. They are a solution.
Yeah.
And a check.
Yeah, I think we had this conversation when I came on to your group. We talked about the probate engineer stuff, but bring the value. That's like your primary positioning and what I think is the right thing to do. And the revenue is almost like the secondary, tertiary stuff, right? That will come naturally if you bring this value first. So you have a very strategic way to have these conversations with sellers. And then finally, okay, so we heard the approach, we heard how you kind of remove the objections, the 4 objections that you went over briefly. And then is there like a bring it all together kind of closing, or is there how much more is there to the conversation here, Jen?
Oh, there sure is. You want me to give away my most valuable secrets, and that's okay. We're going to do it. So,
All right, it's up to you.
No, absolutely. We're here to provide value.
Yes.
What am I going to do? Hold value back while I'm telling people to be valued? That seems counterintuitive. Okay, so at the end of the call, I'm going to make it very clear that my offer is about all of the solutions that I'm providing. I'm not just closing fast, right? I'm closing within 30 days, Mr. Seller. And that means that by April 6th, the money will be deposited in your bank account. A pile of value. These things are in detail. I'm not just no contingencies. I'm no survey, no inspection, no specific, right? I say them all. I'm a pile of value. The last thing that I say there is how I'm a solution to their problem. And I can do it all at price.
Very cool.
And shut up.
And then just stop talking, right? That's where a lot of salespeople, including myself when I was in the sales game, it's tough. How hard is it to like stop? But all the coaches, like yourself included, at that high level, all say the same thing. Why is it so important, Jen, to just shut up and not be the first one to speak?
Because space in a call is where they need to be talking. Because the more that you talk, the more that you're just trying to convince someone, right? And you're like this. But when you just say, hey, here it is, and then you sit still, people are forced to think, all right? And most often, what ends up happening is they start talking out loud and convincing themselves.
Yeah, there it is.
Being able to create a position where somebody can convince themselves, that's a deal.
Right.
They're not calling in 3 days or worse, 27 days to change the deal.
Yeah.
So, yes, absolutely. Shut up. When I started, I had to literally put my hand on my mouth like this. Stop.
Yeah.
I was so uncomfortable, right? But practice makes perfect, man. You just got to keep doing it, keep putting the reps in. Everybody gets there as long as you keep, just keep practicing.
Very cool. I know we only spoke for a short amount of time, but you dropped a lot of really awesome golden nuggets on the show. And hopefully anyone listening can pick up one or two or three of the ones and really optimize their conversations. Jen, someone wanted to reach out to chat with you, work with you, learn about your coaching. How does one find Jen Way?
Well, I'm easily the only Jen Way on Facebook that has pictures of herself with a cow. So, right there on Facebook, guys, Jen Way with the blue check mark, Sales the Jen Way, real estate sales coach, says all that. I have a Facebook community as well, Sales the Jen Way. I'm really blessed with a very punny name. It is my real name, interestingly.
Yeah, I like it. I like what you're about, Jen. I always enjoy our conversations. We will include your website and how to reach you in the description of this episode as well. Jen, before you get going, is there a resource, a checklist, a book maybe that you can share with those listening that could help them change their life, their community, or their business?
Ooh, so many things come to mind right now. Can I give two?
You can do however many that you want, Jen.
Okay. So I would say, guys, I'd love to provide you a resource that you can ditch the script by replacing it with the flowchart. All right? Conversations, you need to learn how to flow through them. Super easy. Just DM me directly on Facebook. If you're on my website, you'll see my phone number. Text me there too if that's easier. Just say, Jen, I want the flowchart. Okay? Absolutely. Send it out to you. No big deal. I read a book called Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss.
Love that book.
That was the day I stopped being a saleswoman and I started being Jen. And I started really learning how I needed to approach these conversations to be the most authentic version of myself, but also win all the time.
Also win all the time?
Yes, it just the tools that he provides in that book. If you guys don't know, he was a hostage negotiator. He couldn't just tell people like, hey, kill two and give me two, right? So master negotiator. And a lot of tools in there are extremely effective in just providing better communication, understanding people, right? And being able to actually mirror with them. So Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. Great book.
Very cool. I snuck in a mirroring right there. I don't know if you noticed.
You did.
I got you, Jen. I got you.
You did, man.
And look, it made you talk a lot more, right? And I just shut up and listen to you talk.
I'm too relaxed here with you. I didn't know we were doing real sales things.
We were, yeah. I changed what we were doing, just like that. But Jen, thank you so much for being here. I would love the flow chart, so if you could text it to me too, that would be really cool. That's an awesome book. I love it. He actually has, I follow Chris Voss on socials. He's got some really good stuff with his Black Swan company. Just really interesting. I love the stories at the front of each chapter, so about his hostage negotiation. So very cool. If you want to learn more about that, get that book. But if you want to get better at sales and converting, reach out to Jen. She's awesome. She has an amazing group. Again, I was able to come and talk probate engineer stuff with you like a few weeks ago, and I got to meet all the great people there. So thank you for having me on that. And I'd love to have you back on my show anytime.
Thank you so much, man. Great way to end the week, right? Guys, take the inspiration into the weekend. And thank you so much for having me, Andrew. Always a pleasure.
Thank you. Bye.